Good morning, people. Welcome back to the Grumpy Old Git in the Corner on a Monday. First of all, apologise for my lack of videos last week. Head's just not been right. It still isn't now. But we push on through. But what did I see from last week? Well, the strikes are still on. But it's got to the stage now where mainstream media are just reporting on who's offered what's been rejected, and that's about all they're saying. A little bit in depth on it, but not a great deal. Most of the stories that have been coming out are obviously the earthquake in Turkey and Syria and the great loss of life over there. Lots of stories around that about they were warned about it days before. Or, well, yeah, seismic recorders, they always give you a warning if something's going to happen usually, but there's still a lot more going on and it's all being used as propaganda and shit like that. But there was it Saturday or yesterday, old Roland Rat. Travelling around again. But everywhere he goes, he's got the begging bowl out for friggin' Zelensky. And I mean everywhere. You think he cares about this country? You know, people have lost the choice between heating and eating now. Some just can't do either. That's how bad it's got. And he's out there begging for money and weapons for a bloody war. Yeah, he can get away with it. He's unelected, isn't he? But obviously, the big story today was that yesterday they did find a body in the Nicola Bulley case. Yeah, it was found about a mile apparently. I've heard near Weirs, but about a mile away from the bench where they found the dog and her phone. Now, they haven't ID'd the body yet, so we can't say that it's definitely her, unfortunately. But, you know, odds on it is. But if the police had been searching up and down the river, why hadn't they found it before? Well, I know, sadly from experience, that a body will sink in water and it can get trapped under branches, ledges, things like that. And as the gases build up in the body, as it starts to break down, that brings the body back to the surface. So I can only surmise that after this amount of time, the body was pinned underwater if it was underwater, or it had naturally floated. But the police now and everybody else, oh, it's social media's fault it took too long because of all the interference. No, it's because you took notice of the social media. Not because it was there, but because you took notice of it, you idiots. If you'd have done the job properly. Anyway, now on Friday, I was watching the debate and the session in the House on the Select Committee, questioning, talking about misinformation. Who is the trusted voices? Was one phrase used. Covering everything that was said about certain procedures, certain people, certain nasty lurgies going about. And it was an interesting one. There was one dozy bint, I can't remember where she was from, But she came up and started talking about Whitty the Weasel and what's his name, Valance. And she said they stood in front of the camera, gave us all the science and what to do during the pandemic, adding that they were wonderful with what they did. Bollocks, were they? You think someone spreading fear, anxiety, panic, using misinformation, malinformation, useless modelling, hiding the facts, false science, you think that's fucking wonderful, do you? Because that was the word you said. You actually used. They were wonderful. People like you need to crawl back under the rock you came out of, sweetheart. Honestly. I wish I could remember her name now. What an absolute bitch. And again now, just to round off with over the weekend, we've seen the protests everywhere again. Covering various things, from the hotels that are housing the illegal immigrants, or illegal arriving passengers, I should say. Sorry. And how much this is costing us, which is up to about 7 million a day now, I think, to keep these people in these hotels. Other ones were about protecting the women, girls and kids around these hotels. As we know, there's been rapes, there's been assaults, there's been harassment. They follow the kids and the girls about. This is besides the knife crime that seems to have escalated wherever they are. And also the 15-minute cities. That was another big issue over the weekend in the protests. But I did see a clip from the Oxford one on the 15-minute cities, clearly showing that the police haven't let up on being heavy-handed with the public again. You know, are they never going to learn? I mean, I saw one clip there where they pushed a little old lady. She was clearly walking up the road with a shopping bag. She had nothing to do with any fucking protest. Yet they deemed to bully her and push her out of the way. You know, you would think with all the bad press about them lately that they would have thought about what they do. But no, the harassment, bullying, still very much in the forefront. And plain to see you anybody that watched the coverage of it. So if you think these arseholes are going to calm down, you're wrong. 100%. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I've just looked at the timer again. I have got other things to do again today, as well as sleep after the PAP Live last night. Hi to everybody that was in there. It was the channel's 4th birthday. Well, it's actually today, but we celebrated it last night. So congratulations, Pat. And as I look up there now, 45.9k. We're not far off that 46. Let's see if we can get it up to 50 on the subscribers. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. I'd just like to say thank you to Boily Boyle, Steve, and who else was it? There was another new one popped up on the live Sunday. I'm buggered if I can remember who it was now, but welcome, guys. It was nice to actually see you in there. Steve has been a follower of the channel for some time now, but that's the first time he's jumped on a live with us. Thank you for that, Steve. And to all the new subs, welcome. Hope you enjoy what I do. We got some good people in here. My respects to everybody who continues to support the channel. And until the next one, as always, stay safe, stay strong, live your life how you want, not how they want you to live it. Respects, guys.